What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome back to my channel. Today in Soulsborne Academy, we are going to be talking about raging in video games. So be sure to take your seat and don't mind the hunter. They are just here for your protection. Oh, raging in Soulsborne games. I kind of had to take a little bit of time to prep for this one because I talked about it briefly in an episode of Soulsborne Academy, or I think it was maybe a live stream. I forget which one. I'll have to double check. But I know I discussed raging in video games before, and this was a requested video from Nam Dyer, so thank you so much. Or actually, I should probably put it over here. There's more room on the screen in post-production. Thank you so much for requesting this topic, because I know that he and a lot of other viewers who I've come into contact with, who I've spoken with in the comment section, they rage during a lot of these types of video games, not only like Souls games, but incredibly difficult games that you have to like have a level of perseverance to get by. And it's really cool to be able to talk about these things because I don't get ragey whenever I play video games. I'll get frustrated at certain things, but I never, like my first thought is never to throw my control or to get angry at something. It's never my first thought. So whenever I hear that people are raging out of video games, or I even, see the topic come up on Twitter, it always catches me by surprise. Maybe that's just my own naivety on the topic, but whenever I think of raging, I think of absolute anger and destructive behavior, if I'm being honest. So we're going to break it down. I'm going to share with you guys some tips on how to be less ragey. That's the wrong word to use. Less angry, less filled with turmoil when you're going into a difficult game like a Souls game or any of the Soulsborne games, really. My first tip for not raging in video games is to recognize your triggers. Recognize that a certain type of game or a mechanic or even a story type will trigger an automatic negative response. Try to stay aware of the signs that you are getting frustrated, because once you start to notice these signs of frustration, the easier it is going to be to pinpoint when the moment starts of when you get angry or start to get triggered by something that happens in a video game, whether that be losing or that be a segment in a game that you don't like, or it's too emotionally heavy, or whatever the case may be. Next thing I would highly recommend is stepping away for a moment. Now, if it gets you to the point of where you're getting angry, you're smashing your controllers, and you're doing things that are very unhealthy for you and the people around you, then I would recommend not playing those types of games that make you angry or make you harmful to yourself or others, because you don't want to get angry. You don't want to abuse your mental state. You don't want to be in that state of being any longer, so the best thing to do, and I know it's unfortunate because so many people are just like, I want to continue playing Souls games, or I want to continue playing difficult games, and I'm just finding myself getting too angry at them, so they stop them indefinitely. And it's sad, but it's also a case of where you have to prioritize your mental health and the people's health around you before a game. So stopping playing a game that is causing you to get angry and have outbursts of anger is ideal, and it's preferred. Do something meditative. Go for a walk after you have an angry episode. Do something that is calming for your mental state. There also is the unfortunate thing of where, and I have to bring a dose of reality here in this conversation, because if I don't do that, then it's not going to help you guys in the long run, and I want to help. Seek therapy, because that is the most beneficial way you are going to help the anger that is within you as a person. I'm not talking you in general. I'm not saying like, the viewer might be an angry person, but no, I'm just saying like you in general. Therapy is the best thing, honestly, to help with those kinds of situations. Understanding and minimalizing the anger and understanding where it stems from, that is key. Seeking therapy, going to anger management counselors, or going to anger management sessions, it really, it's something that I hope helps, and it's something that I hope people can find peace in, really, because the thing is that gaming is supposed to be an outlet. It's supposed to be a really fun outlet for people to relax and wind down at the end of the day. It's not supposed to make you into like a tense thing of stress and chaos. It's not supposed to be that way. So noticing the problem, understanding the problem, and conquering the problem. Those are the key things that those of you who deal with anger issues in gaming, that's what you need to understand. Because once you can understand the point of anger and the point of where you start to rage and get upset right before like the burst out or the lash out happens, that's going to make it so much easier to deal with in the long run. Because you guys already know this. For those of you who rage at video games, you already know that you rage at video games. But understanding and conscientizing the point of the initial thing, the why, in a sense, like right before the anger attack happens, that is crucial in understanding that. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be like, to a therapist or an anger management counselor, like, hey, I need help. I need to be able to conduct my life in a reasonable way. Sometimes not playing the games that make you angry is a good thing. Like, I understand a lot of people want to be able to play Souls games. A lot of people want to be able to play more difficult games without getting angry. Sekiro is a game that made a lot of people extraordinarily angry with the final boss, with the poop flinging monkey, like a lot of people got incredibly angry with those bosses. I saw so many, not just of that game, but of anger compilations that people put on YouTube, and it's scary, it's sad, and it's something that gaming shouldn't make people angry. But I hope you guys got something out of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Soulsborne Academy with this topic. I feel like this is as far as I'm going to go with it for right now, unless I find something in more of the research that I do about it, because I definitely want to try to help as many people as I can with sharing as much advice and input as I can, because these games, when it comes to Souls games, when it comes to any From Software game, really, it's its own brand, right? It's its own little niche, if you will. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below. I make videos every day here on YouTube. May you find your worth in the waking world, your hunter. Stay casually nerdy, and I will see you all in the next video. Umbasa.